Well, welcome everybody, and it's the Master Heart family, and it's so good to see you every Monday. We just get God bumps all over me just thinking about we'll be together, and so welcome. You know, I just love what we're doing here together. We're building a foundation of trusting, believing, and knowing that God brings us all things. And it's a time for us now to lead with heart. And it's real easy to do that. Just breathe in deeply and ask to be led with heart and show me the way, and you'll be shown the way. And we have the belief here as our spiritual family that some of you have shared with me. It's better than your regular family. We don't have any prejudices here. We don't have any agenda other than to support each other. We have the belief in the unseen, yet felt, the loving energies of the universe that includes our inner being and our inner child. We had a session together with releasing those chains and locks off of our heart and opening up and off of our inner child, and really giving us the freedom to act like a kid again, to play and have fun. And we also have all kinds of other things, those that have walked before us, the non-physical, those that have walked before us are really here with us. And we've heard stories about our grandparents, and we're, feeling their presence and smelling them, and that everybody is here to help us to be able to have our dreams come true. And our dreams are very powerful, and they really create everything. And we birthed our dreams from the contrast, from the things we didn't like, the things we didn't want, things that weren't working out, the things we were mad about, angry about, and all of those things that actually help birth us the desires and the dreams that we have. And that puts the eternity into God and all of us, and it's a glorious thing. But the other part of the non-physical is that we have basically all those that have walked before us have asked God to give them 7 central things and key subjects that we wanted. And last week we were able to invite and have in with us ArchAngel Michael. And I can guarantee you that the other archangels, that he talks the most. He's got the most to say, if you will. And he was really just amazing as he was channeling through me, that I was just seeing this blue, because he's Archangel Michael is blue, and I was seeing this blue, and we started talking about like the deep banks, using words I never use, like deep banks of this river, and this river of life. And it was just so meaningful to me. And what was your experiences? What were your thoughts about Archangel Michael last week, and what impact did that have on you?
Hi, Mark. Come here.
Janet, you got to put it on mute. I think Janet was talking to her dog, something like that.
No. Come on, there.
I'm going to have to put her on mute. So let's see, Mia, I think you had some. Can you share with us your experiences with Archangel Michael that happened before?
Yeah, sure. So I was telling Dr. Hank that when I was a young girl, and I was raised the first 11 years of my life as Muslim, but my mom was actually Christian Baptist, and she taught me about calling on Archangel Michael whenever I needed. And I can recall I used to have these really bad dreams, like nightmares that just felt so real, and as a young girl was very scary. And so I started to call on Archangel Michael, and I realized that every single time that I did that, whether it was in a dream or if I was laying in bed and I was scared, that it was almost like this swooping light that would come in like instantly, and immediately whatever I was experiencing that was troublesome would just immediately go away without fail every single time. And so I've learned to call on Archangel Michael whenever, he's the one that helps with fear. And so anytime, I was in fear, I got used to calling on him for that. And every single time he answered.
Man, that's just so powerful. I love that swooping down, that swooping, that's a great word. I love that swooping, just feel the presence of Archangel Michael swooping down. And again, these are the 7 loving energies that God has given us to be able to comfort us and give us the things that we want. And again, Archangel Michael, fear that prevents us from everything. And then as we release that he is the master of manifesting. And so you can not only call on him when you are fearful, but also call on him when you think about your dreams and you need help to manifest those dreams, and to be able to call on his guidance. And again, where the guidance got, some people say like, well, I called on Archangel Michael and, didn't hear anything, or, it's not like the TV movies where God's speaking, out here and hey, come here, that comes to us in many different ways, but through our thoughts is one of the main ways. And so all of a sudden you'll have an inspirational thought. And so it's just the first thought. Don't be concerned about, it didn't get me all the way to what I wanted. It's just the first step on the journey. It's kind of like this idea about, I'm going to go a mile, and we just start with the first step. And then we know as long as we go to the next step, to the next step, to the next step, that we will reach our destination. And know when you reach your destination, that you'll birth the next dream. So that if we just got to our destination, that was it, we wouldn't be here. That we would literally not exist if we were out of dreams and desires, if you will. So it really expands everything, puts the eternity into everything. That's beautiful, Mia. Thank you. And any other thoughts about our Angel Michael? We talked about dreams there, and I was talking last week to Mung, and in fact, Mung, we have a couple things to ask you. First of all, we heard that you had decided you wanted to start up the bass guitar a few months ago, and you took lessons, and then you shared with us last week that you were in a band now already, and you were going to have your first gig, I think, Saturday night. And how did that go?
Oh, it went so good. I made mistakes, but it didn't matter. It was my friend's birthday party. We met like 2 weeks before, and I met them 3 times, and we played 4 songs. And I had to keep watching my friend because he was going to give me cues on when to play, and I missed some, but it didn't matter. It was so awesome. I had so many people afterwards come up to me and tell me I was inspiring. Just women. They're like, because he told everyone I started 2 months ago, and it was cool. I feel like I found, what I'm meant to do. And through your help, it's just like, I feel so different now after that. It's like my inner confidence. I feel it's just changed so much inside of me. So
yeah,
thank you for your help. And thank you for introducing me to everything. And it's just changing my life. So I'm very appreciative. And then, I'm sharing everything with my husband, and I'm watching him grow and change, and people around us, and people are asking now, like, what are you doing? They can see the difference. So it's beautiful. So thank you.
That's great. That's great. Congratulations. Yeah, and I would just take out of the equation, oh, I made mistakes. There are no mistakes. It was perfect. And that
Yay.
playing out perfect, so that's so wonderful. Among the other thing that you're going to start a new, we had talked about, I think maybe a few weeks ago, our spiritual family here had talked about this one story I shared about how there was this mom and two sons, and the two sons were growing up, and all three of them were in different cities, and they had a little t-shirt company. And so what they decided to do is talk on the phone every day, every night. And so when they would talk on the phone, though, they would just talk about things like, oh, we're building a home in Hawaii and we're having problems getting in enough wood. And, then, like one of the sons would say, yeah, that the Learjet, it's, and I couldn't find the pilot and he was out partying or whatever. And then they go, yeah, and then my Rolls Royce car. And so they would just make up this la la land. Okay. And remember, God doesn't care if you're thinking about the past, if you're thinking about the present, or if you're thinking about the future. Whatever you're thinking about and thus feeling, that God is picking that up and instantly it's your prayer on whatever you're thinking about, and instantly receiving that prayer and then answering that prayer. And so they just kept on saying this in kind of, people call it Dr. Hank's La La Land, where you just start talking about, the different, just the way that you want it, as though it's here right now. And so one day we had one of the sons got a call, and it was from an investor, and said, hey, listen, I really love your t-shirts and we want to make a clothing company out of this. And so we're going to invest millions of dollars in your business. So that night he gets on the phone, they're all talking, and he goes, yeah, and so, I had an investor call me, he's giving us millions of dollars, and they all go, oh, that's nice. And he goes, no, this is really true. This is like, millions of dollars. Well, now they're living the life that they were talking about, because it was in the present. I'm talking about how much, and they got a home in Hawaii, and they got a jet, and they got these nice cars, and they're traveling, they have the freedom and all the other things that they talked about. And that's because we're these magnificent creators. We're not here to to learn lessons. Okay, a lot of people say, oh, and the lesson learned. No, we're not here to. We're here to create. Okay, we're not here to pay off some debt from the past or whatever. We are co-creators with God. And we do that through our all-powerful thought that we've each been blessed with. And so we can literally take the energy that creates worlds and turn it into our experience, into our dreams coming true. So that inspired Mom to then decide, hey, I want you two adorable girls, and kind of like Deborah's going to be having two running around soon. And so, Mom, what did you decide that you wanted to do with your girls then?
Well, I haven't done it yet. I'll do it today. So I decided I'm going to get new journals for us, and we're going to spend 15 minutes a day. And I started doing it with them, and I said, okay, let's just practice. Like, if there was no money, what's your perfect day? And let's just close our eyes. And so my younger daughter's like, I would want to go to Disneyland, and then I want to go to Universal Studios. And, so I'm telling her, like, okay, but we can stay at a hotel in between so we can rest and relax, so we get rest and we can enjoy Universal. So, and then I closed my eyes and I was imagining my house in Hawaii, my sunset that I'm seeing every day, and why I want it, because the water's perfect and it's near my family. And, started reveling and feeling what that would be like, and I just want to, I did the same with my husband. So I want to make it a regular practice for us because I know like sitting in that space, like you can attract that feeling. Eventually we could just stay in that feeling, which is what I'm learning. So, and I can see my own life changing in front of my eyes in the last 6 months since I've been working with you. So
yeah, it's just
it's so
amazing,
cool.
isn't it? Just amazing. Wow, you said reveling and feeling. And you said some things. I was writing down all of those magical. You're actually channeling right now, saying things like just incredible and reveling and feeling it. Yeah. And when you revel and feel it on whatever you want, that you can get there. And let's see, what else did you say? Yeah, and just sitting in this space or something. I can't read my handwriting. It's something about being in this space. And
the girls. There's a movie called The Yes Day, and in the movie, it's like the kids, whatever their ideas, the parents have to do it for them. So it's sort of like a yes day. So I'm like, what would you do in your yes day? And so, anything you would want. So it's living in that space, and then I'm gonna start like writing this stuff down with them and just, we can continue to feel it. So I'm excited to do that. So being here today gives me the reminder that I have to do it. So it's
yeah, all beautiful, all perfect, everything playing out well on that. And I like that. I love that yes day. And so, yeah. And I like doing yes. I like when something good happens, a real good technique to make sure that more good things happen is go, yes, yes, yes. And you get that energy going, okay? So you receive a check or somebody says yes or whatever the case be, you just go, yes, yes, yes. And so think about having yes days, and that's the type of day. And I can have a yes day every day. So that's beautiful. Great. Other miracles, other things you guys want to talk about before we're going to invite Archangel Raphael in today. And he's the green color, thus I have green on. I usually have blue on because Archangel Michael makes me wear blue. And
it's kind of a blue-green.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a little transition from the So Michael's influence is still here, Ross, what's been going on in your life?
Well, in my life, I decided maybe it's the influence of Michael. I just decided I have to change everything in the kitchen. So everything went out. My husband painted, and now he's putting up shelves. So tonight I'll have a new kitchen.
Oh my God, that's fantastic! That's just great. And then
but what Monk said was so inspiring because I don't know, your kids are young, right? They're young. Your kids,
yeah,
Monk.
they're 7 and 9. Yeah,
7 and 9, and that's such a good age to start them up on writing these kind of things.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful.
I'm excited for their lives because they're just going to be given tools that I wasn't given, and excited to see where they go with it. So very appreciative of everything.
Wow.
So the other thing that I started was that I'm writing a book. It's something I thought about for such a long time. So finally, the time is coming.
That's fantastic.
I made my writer's pledge. I joined the membership of the Hay House, and I have a year to write my book.
That is fantastic. And again, it's just that first step. You made a commitment, and they're going to help you with that, and that's just fantastic. And what's the name of the book? What's the name of the book? What name?
Name of the book, I don't really have a name yet. I thought about different kinds of names like Purple Problems, Sexy Purple Problems,
Sexy Solutions.
Sexy Solutions. That was my first thought about a name for the book. But
I
we'll
want to
see.
read that. Talk about adding curiosity. What in the hell's Purple Problems? And give me some more sexy solutions.
That's so Dr. Hank, I went to the airport the other day and people were being negative. I started singing, "Oh, happy day."
Awesome. Yeah. We can change a whole airport. And remember, when just one of us are connected, that we're more powerful, if you will, more loving than millions that aren't. And so think of us as a group on the effect. And I had this vision the other day about us. And the normally I call it the ripple effect, and it's kind of like a pond, and you throw, and it's like glass, the pond, it's very still, no wind, and then you just put a pebble in the middle of that pond, and you see the ripples, and the ripple effect just goes all around, 360 everywhere that it impacts. And I was thinking about us, and I said, we're not a pond. And so then I thought about a lake. And I thought, oh yeah, we're this lake, and just this beautiful lake. And we're just so, loving and powerful in what we're doing here together. And so, and I visualized, the lake and just being still, and then putting, like a boulder down, and, these bigger waves were going. Then I realized it still wasn't feeling right, So I asked, what would feel right? Give me the thoughts. I asked Raphael and the ArchAngel of his golden light to expand, to illuminate our mind, expand our imagination. And we'll be with him in a couple of weeks. And because we're going to go through all 7 archangels, one every session. They told me they all want, once Michael came in, they all came to me and said, hey, we want our time with the Master Heart family. And so anyway, so then I got this thought, ooh, the ocean. Yeah, that's who we are. Like, just imagine the ocean is just clear, peaceful, and then just this huge loving boulder goes in, and these massive big waves that we're making more than a ripple effect. And so for each one of us and each one of you, that you are making a major impact on everybody, on you, on your family, your children, your spouses, and then all the people that you're coming in contact with, and even the people you think about. Because remember, our prayer, whether they know we're praying for them or not, and so thinking about them. So as we send love and well-being to everybody, that's a big wave coming their way. And a big wave of love. So think about your thoughts, and that it's creating these beautiful, loving waves that will uplift every person you're thinking about, every situation that you're thinking about. Isn't that a beautiful thought?
Beautiful. My kitchen the color of my kitchen is blue.
Of course it is, Archangel.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I told you guys you'd be saying more blue now, and well, here you go.
I was wearing these blue shirt that was lines. I meant to wear it today for you, but it's hard to see. It looks like the Doppler effect, so it makes you dizzy.
Oh.
It's a fun shirt, so I'm expecting Ross to put green stripes in her kitchen or something next.
Ooh, creative. I love it. Well, that's beautiful. And so why don't we now, who would like to be healthier? And
Everyone.
yeah, exactly. Everyone. And everybody wants to be healthy, and we have many answers and solutions for that. but really the answer and solution for our health is all things are possible with God, is to ask for help. And so to pray for your health. Again, you can't think about what you don't like and expect to get what you like. So you don't want to think about, what's not working or what's not functioning or whatever. That all of us have trillions of cells in our body that are functioning just perfectly. And so there is an overwhelming well-being that's happening with every one of us and in the world. And it's just the committee that starts looking at the exception or the things that aren't lined up. And so we're going to and so this loving energy that God has given us is Archangel Raphael. And Raphael is a green, loving energy. And so we're going to invite Archangel Raphael in. He is the angel of health. And so what I would suggest that you all do is close your eyes now. It's easier to go in. And let's all just breathe in deeply. And just say to yourself, relax. And just relax from the top of your head, going down your head, all the way down to your feet. Just relax, relax, relax. And now breathe in. And as you release your breath, just say at ease, at ease, at ease. And now as you breathe out, we invite Archangel Raphael, the angel of health, that we ask that you come in with your green loving energy. And come into each one of us now. And pour your green energy in. That would go from the top of our head into our senses, into our feelings, just flowing down our body with this beautiful, beautiful green health. So we thank you, thank you, thank you. And we now ask Archangel Raphael for mental health. We ask for happy thoughts, for a clear and healthy mind. It's for us to be happy and healthy in our thoughts as we allow good feeling thoughts now to flow to us and in us and through us. And we now breathe in and we ask Archangel Raphael to give us healthy feelings. Oh, let us just feel so, so good. Flow into our feelings, our emotions. Light up our heart, dear one. Light up our hearts. Just feel the love of Archangel Raphael and its green, healthy energy flowing into your mind now, into your feelings, feeling so good, so free, so light. And now breathe in Archangel Raphael. And we ask you now to flow into every cell of our body, into the trillions of cells within our body. We ask you to come in and to place health into every one of these cells. And we ask for your healthy, loving energy to flow in now. We ask that our eyes, that we see as you do, we see the world as you do with love and help. We ask that we hear the world with this healthy love. We ask that we smell this beautiful world. We smell as you do. We taste as you do. And we touch throughout our entire body as you do. We sense you. You're in our nervous system now, creating perfect health for us. You now infiltrate into every system in our body. That includes our digestive system, our nervous system, that health just flowing through our circulatory system, and just see your healthy heart and how it's just beating into every vessel, now every vein, that healthy blood flowing from the top of your head all the way through your body, every cell and every organ communicating perfectly on what it needs. Circulation is now running perfectly within your body now. Oh, feels so good. And with your heart and this loving energy, it pumps love into your mind. And now you just think healthy, good, feeling thoughts. And your loving heart, we as a heart family now beat our heart into our magnificent emotions. And oh, we feel so good. We love your presence with us, your healing, loving presence. Archangel Raphael is flow into us. We feel our heart just singing now, our heart opening wide now, taking down any guards, anything that prevents us from loving ourselves and loving the world now. Oh, it feels so delicious, so glorious, so miraculous. We thank you, thank you, thank you. And you flow now into every one of our organs, our lungs, our stomach, kidneys, just everything in our intestines. Everything is just feeling so good, functioning so well. We just love that every cell is functioning perfectly now. And now we feel the communication with our brain and how our brain is communicating down our spine, and how our spine communicates to all of our organs. It goes down to our tailbone and around to our hips and down our legs, communicates down to our toes, and then sends that communication back on exactly what every one of those organs, muscles, and cells need. And it comes and flows back up our spine into our brain, and tells our brain what to do. And oh, everything just is playing out perfectly for our perfect health. The healing is only done by God. And now anything that needs to be healed is healed instantly and quickly. And in this moment, as we experience this perfect health, we now have the health because of Archangel Raphael. You have given us the health that is in God's eyes. God sees us and has his perfect image of our health, our mental health, our emotional health, and our physical health. And it now flows in us, around us, and all through us. This beautiful, green, loving energy, this light of all lights, now flows to us with perfect health. Oh, Archangel Raphael, we thank you so much for being with us, and we ask you now to be with us forevermore, to give us this perfect health, mentally, emotionally, physically, that we have now risen above anything unwanted, and we walk in a place of good health, of well-being, and of love. And we thank you for visiting us, and we invite you into our hearts now, and stay with us, be with us, and give us the health that is in the mind of God. And we breathe in together now, breathing in Archangel Gabriel forever. And for this, we give thanks. And so it is. Amen. I welcome you back into the room now. You can open up your eyes. I feel good like I knew that I would. So good, so good. So, what did you like best about that? What did you feel?
This weather, my knee doesn't hurt anymore.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. And it's as easy as that. We just need to ask and then receive. And so you now have better health flowing to you now and forevermore. And all you have to do is believe it. Allow it, believe it, and expect it. So with that, any other who has a dream they want to share with? Who wants answers and solutions? Whatever. Who wants? Who wants? So share a dream, share a question, comment. It's your floor.
Oh, I have my dream house in Israel that I've been building. So there you have it. And I've gotten away from the idea that it has to be in a certain place. So it's like a house that can be anywhere.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. And see, and so and to be so everybody understands.
I mean, anywhere in Israel.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and for to understand that Ross lives in Chicago, her homeland,
And in Israel.
and yep, and she wants to move back to her homeland and be with her family, and so all she needs to do is visualize it. See, if we just think, and like she shared that, and basically you keep it general. And so she is, I want to go back. I want to live now in Israel. Before our committee had all these things about, can't afford it and it's too expensive and blah, blah, blah. And you can ask for anything. And, the question you just have to ask yourself is, do you think God can deliver this? And the answer is, for any of your dreams, that God can deliver. Okay. The only thing standing in the way between you and what you want is you and that committee. And so Ross is really lighting up about all this, and I already see her living in Israel. But yeah, now she's at, hey, this is the home, and it's more about I want to be, with my family. I want to, celebrate the birthdays of the grandchildren or whatever, and to really get into the feeling. And when you can feel that it's here right now, you'll open up your eyes, and it will be. There is an answer and solution to everything. You just have to be on that side of the answer and solution instead of where most people are, the lack and limitation. Can't get it because of this. So it's the wanted and the unwanted, and you get to choose on what you want to think about. And so as Ross just thinks about, I love living in Israel, my homeland, be by the family, that the perfect home is there for me, that it will be. And if I can, Ross, just one cute little thing is Ross initially told me that all the homes were $1 million. So I said, that's not, I'm telling you that there's more possibilities. Open up your mind. Well, now she found homes for $500,000 that meet her needs and everything, half price. It's like, oh, this is so fun.
No, but I found a really interesting real estate agent because she, in the beginning, she didn't understand. She said, you want to be here, you want to be there, I said, I don't care where I am. I said, it can be any place. It can be in this place, in that place, but there are certain parameters that I need. Yeah. And so she says to me, well, I'll go and see the place. I said, no, you don't have to. Just send me a picture. Oh, she went, oh, that's all you need? I said, yeah, that's all I need. Just you're there and I'm here. Just send me a picture. Wow. And that's what I needed. This price and this many rooms, and that's what I need.
That's fantastic. So
she said, wow, I never had a client like you.
Yeah, we're pretty special, aren't we all? Yeah, we're very special. That we'll just allow God to do the work. Father will do the work. Here's what I want, and then Father, go do the work.
So here's what I want, and I get a real estate agent that agrees with me and says, okay, I'll find you what you want.
Fantastic. Yeah. This world has everything we want, everything we don't want. You're right. Other thoughts, comments?
Hey, Dr. Hank.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Ross. That was beautiful. Yeah. So I feel like my daughter being 2 years old, Archangel Michael's like really part of her. She has no fear. I don't know if it's like when you are, just new into this world, you're closer maybe to your angels, because, but I feel like she's taught me so much about being fearless. We went to the beach yesterday, and she just plays. She goes over to people and she does take some of their stuff and runs. It's a little scary. And I'm the mom, but people understand, I used to be so embarrassed and oh no, but they have so much fun, with her. And she was just going up to all these different families and just playing, and brought her toys, and she doesn't talk much, but she expresses herself. She says she has her own language, and she went up to this one family because my husband and I, we're newer to this area, and my husband doesn't have too many friends. Most of his friends are from Boston and India. So my daughter goes up to this one family, and they're all, are from India. They live in this area, and we're looking to move to Palm Harbor and buy a house in Palm Harbor. And I'm getting all the signs, it's the best place for schools, and it's the best place for, just everything that we desire. So we're really looking into it. So they were from there, and his name was Guru, and my husband, he has a best friend named Guru. So my daughter brought him to me saying, just get his number, connect them. And he felt really weird. I'm like, hey, can I get your number? I think we connected for a reason. And it was all because of my daughter. And now they're texting. And, and it's just, and I saw the smile in him. He was, he's a little, shyer, but it's just, you can do anything and it's just be fun. And I asked that day yesterday in my joy shop, to play more and just to laugh more. And that's exactly what happened. and I'm just so grateful that she can teach me so much through the angels that she's so close to. So it gets me closer to mine.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Boy, beautiful. So the wisdom there is just incredible, especially on that your 2-year-old daughter taught you. We've been brought up, hey, we know what's going on, and we got to teach the kids. And you're right, the kids have their own language. I always say, don't be feeling sorry for this poor little baby that can't talk. It doesn't need to talk. It goes home and it's running the show, right? And, after being 24 hours old or young or whatever, it's running the show and it doesn't have to say much and it gets fed, diapers change, whatever. I mean, it's the life. And so see, because we're all vibrational beings and we actually, and consciously, we're not typically very aware of it when all of you talk and when we talk together, I'm really listening more to your vibration and to your words, and listen to your words, but more your vibration on where you are on that vibrational scale, because we want to all be up there and have thoughts that are aligned with God. And so, yeah, we're all vibrational and they're old souls. These babies come in and that they know what's going on and they're in a different plane than we are, and not better or worse, just a different one and more advanced, because we have moved forward with thought and feelings, and so then our children do, and so that's why this world is so much better and will continue to get better and better. There's less poverty than there's ever been in the world. There's more food. There's electricity, water. I mean, it just goes on and on. And how this world, we live like kings and queens, better than kings and queens, and for the most part, we make more than kings and the top 1% of all the people in the world in the history. It's just incredible what we have. And so back to having your daughter being able to just go, it was the parents that had these problems with, we're embarrassed and they're doing, it's like, hey, let's just go see each other. We all have things to offer each other. Okay, we all pretty much want to have the same basic desires, and we're all connected by heart. Now, for us and our family, we understand that, but most people don't, and they think you got to be guarded and watch out and all that stuff. And if you're guarded, that God will bring you something to be guarded about. So there's nothing to be guarded about. Okay, there is every reason to just be open. Like I say, I love you. And by the way, think about that. I mean, most people are lucky or fortunate or whatever, they go love. And this is, even with their families, like just saying love. But say, I love you, it takes courage even, because, people don't do that or whatever. And I have people that, I don't know. And I sign it, I love you, Dr. Hank. And that's me, who I am. And I love everybody because I know who they are underneath all of that ego and committee. In fact, not only we all understand, most of the poor people out there are, they got these committees. That's why they're saying no or not doing, not getting it or whatever. It's because they're committees. We just have to help them to get over that and realize that this is a beautiful world, a beautiful life. And there's nothing to be mad about, upset about, etc. It's all playing out perfectly. And, so instead of waiting for us to transition back to the non-physical, which most people would say death, okay, that instead of transitioning back to the non-physical before you can see the perfection in you and your life, just look at it now. Ask to see as God sees your life. and you'll see the perfection that everything has played out perfectly to get you right where you are right now. And so, yeah, Deborah, to ask to play more, what a great one for all of us to ask. I want to play more today. I want to have more fun today. You start doing that, and then look out, here it comes. There's big waves of fun and play. So that's beautiful. And Deborah's writing a book too. She's in chapter 6 or something now.
Yes.
Incredible.
In a dream, and it's a reality now. So
Yeah. So dreams come true. And
So I do bless Hank.
what's that? Liberty?
I said I have a blessing to share.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you were coming in and out.
Yes. So sorry. So a blessing is that, and thank you for teaching me how to do this, because I don't think we'd make it to this day, as our parents had passed away. And you taught me what that is. Okay. And that's great. And my sister's here today from Albuquerque, New Mexico to Texas. And we're supposed to meet our stepbrothers that are a little estranged from our family in Tyler, Texas, to go to court for probate. And you had gone through all of those things before in the steps. So we brought love into it, asked our archangels. We had a long meditating prayer last night. We're doing it again this afternoon, right before we walk in there, that we're not going to let all that fear and everything in. And that's like been hard for our family to do for years. But now I love my sister more than anything, and she feels it. Like we feel the love. So I wanted to share the blessing with everyone that she's 13 years older than me, and she's my best friend now. I love her so much. And my husband sees this and he's like, this is strange to him. So now we look like, we're on Dr. Hank's La La Land together, skipping around the house singing Happy Days. I just wanted to share that with everybody. You love your family again. And I love what Ross said, is that's why she wants to go home, is because there's nothing like a hug from your family. And you feel the anyway. So God bless you for sharing that story, Ross. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Liberty, for sharing. Yeah, it reminds me, I sometimes talk about, how whatever Easter time or Thanksgiving or Christmas, it's that bad Uncle Joe, and the more you keep on saying bad Uncle Joe or whoever it is that the family doesn't like or whatever, the worse this guy or girl's going to get. And so stop thinking those thoughts and instead turn it around and with love and just say, hey, I want to love. So you went from this strange, relationship to now best friends. And, people are shocked. And yeah, that's what we are. We're shocking because with love, it's the strongest energy power out there. And that you lead with heart. And so just lead with heart and ask, that again, you don't have to figure it out. I just want heart, I give it up to you that here's what I want. And I thank you for giving it to me, and whatever it is, in relationships or business or money or health or whatever, that we have the power in order to do anything. All things are possible with God. Isn't that beautiful, huh? Yeah, great. Well, with that, that we're ready for our little sing-along. Speaking of having fun, doggy. And so we've invited our hearts in. We've invited
our hearts in.
Now it's time for our dreams to begin.
now it's time for our dreams to begin.
We love our Master Heart family.
We love our Master Heart family.
As we now walk together merrily.
And
As we now walk together
merrily.
We are now leading with heart.
We are
Yeah.
now leading with heart.
And this is how to live life smart.
And this is how to live life smart.
Smart.
Sound off our Master Heart family.
Sound off, our Master Heart family.
Sound off, our Master Heart family.
Sound off, our Master Heart family.
family.
And last one, sound off, our Master Heart family.
Sound off, our Master Heart family.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then, those hugs, and the best thing is a hug from family. Hey, I'm hugging all of you, and you all hug me. But yeah, we just love that. And the heart thing, I don't know how to do that right, but whatever it is. Sending love and joy to all of you, and thank you so much for coming today. And we thank Archangel Raphael for visiting us and being with us now for our health, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Know that all that you want is coming your way, starting right now. Love you.
Love you.
Thank you for coming.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hey.
Bye.